Hello everyone, and welcome back to another painting session. Today we're going to paint a peaceful countryside landscape, a winding road leading through beautiful green fields, surrounded by distant mountains, fluffy clouds, and a small village in the background. Let's begin by creating the sky. I'm mixing blue with white and applying the color across the upper part of the canvas. Using horizontal brush strokes, I gently smooth and blend the colors together to create a clean, soft sky. Next, I add a little black to my mixture to create a deeper blue-gray tone. With this darker color, I begin to establish the distant mountains. I also use the same mixture to create the darker base areas underneath the clouds. These darker shapes will help us build beautiful dimensional clouds later. Now I slightly lighten my mixture and begin defining the winding road that leads through the center of the painting. I keep the road gently curved rather than perfectly straight, because this natural curve will guide the viewer's eye deeper into the landscape. Let's return to the clouds. I begin adding lighter highlights along the outer edges of the clouds, while keeping the central areas slightly darker and softly blended. This creates the appearance of large, fluffy clouds with light shining from behind them. By carefully blending the light and dark areas together, we can create a soft glow around the clouds and give them a much more three-dimensional appearance. I continue building the clouds one by one, varying their shapes and sizes so they feel natural and organic. To create even more depth in the landscape, I add another distant layer of mountains behind the first range. I use a lighter, softer color for these mountains so they appear farther away. Now I mix blue, yellow, and black to create a deep, natural green. With this color, I begin suggesting the vegetation covering the hills and mountains. I don't make these distant trees and bushes too detailed. Keeping them soft and slightly simplified helps create the feeling of distance. I lighten the green by adding a little white and yellow. With this brighter color, I place highlights on selected areas where the sunlight would naturally touch the landscape. I intentionally leave some of the darker areas untouched. This balance between light and shadow is what gives the mountains their texture and depth. Now it's time to bring more green into the foreground. I mix blue and yellow to create a fresh, grassy green and begin covering the fields on both sides of the road. I then add a little more blue and black to create darker green tones. These darker areas will become the foundation for the taller grasses and plants we'll add later. As we move farther into the landscape, I begin suggesting small trees and bushes along the horizon. Again, I keep them smaller and less defined in the distance. For the road, I mix a slightly darker gray and gently shade along both edges. This creates a subtle sense of depth and helps the road stand out from the bright green fields around it. Now I want to add a small village at the end of the road. Using a fine brush, I place tiny houses between the distant trees. Some of them are slightly closer and more visible, while others remain very small and faint in the background. These little details may be simple, but they add a wonderful sense of scale and make the landscape feel like a real countryside scene. Using a small round brush, I add brighter highlights to one side of the distant trees, following the direction of the light. I also bring some of these lighter tones into the distant grasses. As we move toward the foreground, the grass becomes larger, sharper, and more defined. First, I use small tapping motions to establish the basic texture of the grass along both sides of the road. Then I add darker vertical strokes between the lighter areas. These darker lines create contrast and give the fields a more natural, layered appearance. Now I switch to a fine liner brush and a much brighter green. This is where the grass really begins to come alive. I start adding tall, thin blades of grass, varying their height, direction, and brightness. With each layer, I slightly adjust the color and add brighter strokes to the areas that catch the most sunlight. Along the edges of the road, I also add a few curved blades of grass leaning naturally toward the ground. These small changes in direction help the vegetation feel much more realistic. Finally, I return to the road and strengthen the highlights along its surface while keeping the edges slightly darker. This contrast helps the road stand out and naturally leads the viewer's eye toward the distant village and mountains. At this stage, I take a moment to look at the entire composition and add any final highlights or small details that the painting needs. And with these final touches, our peaceful countryside landscape is complete. Thank you so much for painting with me today. If you enjoyed this painting tutorial, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more relaxing, step-by-step landscape painting tutorials. Until the next painting, happy creating, and see you soon.